Hey guys, this is Juno and welcome back to another Summoners War video. Today we have a review on Ulixis's account. This is probably the second review we are doing on this account. We're also going to be doing an RTA for him tomorrow, so we will take a close look at his rune quality and see what I think about the account. Obviously, he came back to me thinking that he got an improvement, not knowing his rune quality before because it's been so long and so many reviews after. I'll just see if he's at a good spot. So he has two LD5s, Rune C2, RTA F3. Okay, he definitely wants to get that yellow star, so let's try to help him there. Only been playing for 623 days. That's actually pretty low. He has a 25-second Giants, 42 seconds Dragons, 40 seconds Necro, 50 seconds Abyss, or 50 seconds for both Abysses. Okay, cool. Doing solo R5, looks like he's trying to do all of them, which is fine. He has a Dreaming Fairies team, perfect, and also a Silent Death team, all good. Hey guys, before we start the video, if you guys are interested in getting advice and help from me and other Summoners War players, feel free to join my Discord, where the link is in the descriptions below. Also, if you enjoy my content and want to support me, become a Patreon, where the link for it is also in the descriptions. I want to say I appreciate all the support, and believe me, I really do. Anyways, that was it. Let's get back to the video. The Bay and Trinity. Anything else? He has Veronica. Okay. Now, I don't think we'll be using Veronica. His rune quality is not there, I think, for Veronica to be used well. So, unfortunate, but she did die out a little. Not a little, a lot, due to the nerf. You don't see her as much. I think if you have godly rune quality, then sure, you can make it work. But these days, it's kind of hard to see her performing. I think maybe in C3, who knows, maybe in Conqueror you could still see it a couple times, but I definitely haven't seen it a whole lot in Punisher and up. For Wind, missing Aya. Okay, missing the Wind Twin Angels, although it did get nerfed. Lila's not there. Shahat's there. Okay, cool. I think we'll use Shahat. No Sonya, which is, I guess, fine. Sonya is also picked a lot less after the nerf. I think it is impacted pretty hard. Okay, nothing too crucial in my eyes. If I've missed anything, please let me know. Water. Oh, we will use a Satoru Gojo, because I did sacrifice him for the Wind Twin Angels. Unfortunately, the Wind Twin Angels got nerfed. I still use it though. We'll see. No Chongnam. No Water Twin Angels, also a nerf right there. No Irene. No Adriana. A couple here that he's missing. No more. No Water Monkey. Yeah, definitely a lot more that's a little more impactful in RTA that he's missing here for fire. Finally, anything that's really impactful here. You guys could argue Ashar is pretty good. Definitely a very good fire damage dealer. But there's a couple of good fire damage dealers like the Fire Monkey. So I think if he has that, that's fine. No Douglas, no Jogan. Jogan's pretty good. He has Succulent. I think he's not skilled up though. There's that Fire Monkey. Perfect. There's also a Juno. Okay. Yeah, other than that, I don't think he's missing too many stuff. For the runes, let's take a look. Let's take a look at Violent because we're there. 25 on slot 1, 22, okay, slot 1 is pretty weak. 24, okay, looks like grinds are an issue. I think it's pretty weak. 28, 26, slot 4 looks pretty good compared to the rest. This could be a 25 as well with the +4, again, grinds. Slot 5, 27, 24, then 22, okay. And slot 6, 24, 22, oof, okay, so rune quality is not that high, right? We could already tell. His violent runes are pretty lackluster. I guess for 600 days though, maybe it's not like horrible. I wonder what he got for his rune event. If he got a decent rune for his rune event, I hope he picked Violent and Will or even Despair, because they're technically usable even with the 18 speed, especially with the rune quality that we have seen. I know there are people that like to gamble with Swift, so I'm not going to bash him on that because I kind of gambled with Swift. But maybe I'm at a point where I can. Maybe for him, I should bash, because he's missing so much. Even a slot 2 speed would have been really good. Damn, it's hard. Will, slot 1, weak. Slot 3, 28, 23, okay. Slot 4, 26. His crit damage runes are pretty decent. 23, 22. Slot 5, 24. Slot 6, 28. Maybe these are his event runes. I mean, it looks like it, right? He got 18. He rolled 1 into speed and something else was just not that great. 1 rolled into attack. This might be his event rune. I could be wrong though. Let's go to Swift. 26, 25, 24. Okay, maybe he's more of a Giants farmer. 31, 28, 28, 27. Ooh, we're seeing a huge difference. 27, 27, 23. That could be a 24. Slot 5. 29, 28, 27, 27. Damn! Yeah, he's definitely a Giants farmer. And then slot 6 is a 27, 25. I wish there's 5s on these. This could also be an event rune, but maybe not. No, it's a hero. It's not an event rune. This is also a 25. 24, which could be a 25. Okay, so I'm hoping that his Despair runes are nice too, because Giants give Swift and Despair. But did you guys know that Despair is like the Violent rune? For Giants, it's the hardest to get a Despair rune, and for Dragons, it's the hardest to get a Violent rune. So they're in the same level. 31, slot 1. And then 27, 25. Yeah, you could tell that he was a Giants farmer. 27, 26, 25, 25. Ooh, slot 4. He was unlucky with this. Slot 5. Even with slot 5. Oh, that's gotta hurt. So these two slots are really bringing him down. Oh my goodness. Was this the event rune? Maybe it was. I'm not too sure. I mean, why? I guess you could keep it because your fastest is this. Wow, these 3 runes are dragging his set down so much. So much. From the rune quality, I do want to say just continue on farming with Giants, Dragons, Necro. They all need work, to be fair. It looks like every set has a certain slot that is weaker than the other, or just weak in general. So I think it is not hard to say or to advise you to continue with regular dungeon farming. If you get bored with that, then yes, go to Grands and Gems. Sure, that's fine. But I think in the end, you'll have to come back to regular runes for a while. It's just they're not there yet, I think. I mean, it's not like you can't play RTA with these runes. You can. You could even get C1 with it. Maybe even C2. But I'm just saying if you want to perfect some of these sets. Because we saw some big discrepancies on some of the slots. In some of the slots, right? Like some had a very good quad. Some had like 27s. And then others had like 18 max. Huge difference. Arena, what should you do to get a higher record? Get rid of the Bay. Yeah, I'll get rid of the Bay. I'll get rid of the Bay. Best record was C2 with a 26% win rate. Victory rate seems a little low, less than 80%. If you get rid of this, what would you put in? This guy's good right now. Anything that's more stallish would be my bet. You have Camilla. Do you have Pyeongchar? You do. I think something like this might even be better. Although it is a little weaker against the dot team. But I think I would go with this. Or you could even replace this with Camilla the last 20 minutes to make it slightly more stallish. That would be my recommendation, to be fair. You could get rid of this and put in Juno. With the Triton, you put in Juno. You could get rid of this and put in Juno to shoo off the daughters. It's really up to you. Or even Veramos. They all work. But I think in the end, you want to make it more stallish, especially if you're going for a new rank. Unless you could just beat everybody due to rune quality. Everybody has to, or I think most people will have to play with the stall to try and get a higher rank than they ever did. For offense, a Tiana Zeros team, which is fine. That's the only thing. Is this the best you could do for a second turn team? Why don't you try the Bay with the second turn with Leo? I did that before and it was fun. You had Hey Gang. Like, why aren't you running something like this? Looks like you have no Rika, no Nora. This could work too. She does have a single strip, right? Yeah, she does. So you could try this. For a second turn team, I will definitely go. Well, Leo is a no-brainer for a second turn team. Where is your... Oh, man, you don't have a Delphoy. Build a Delphoy. And then... I like Zeros if you don't have Christina. But if you're using Zeros for the Tiana team, you could try using Pungbek. Although you have to make it tanky enough to survive. Or try the Tebay. Isn't that an HP lead? Oh, no, it's not. Right, like this. And you need Delphoy. You need Delphoy here. So dot team, second turn team, an official second turn team. The dot team also works well with Shahad. I've seen some people, I mean it's a slower team, but Shahad kind of makes the defense easily killable. And you usually win most of the time. For this type of team, for the Zeros team, I would make a Tiana, Zeros, Debra team. I have showcased this team multiple times, especially in your level, getting into P1. I think there should still be a lot of defenses you could clear with this, especially the quicker the better since you're climbing, since you're going for a new rank. You do want to clear defenses, especially the ones that you could clear as fast as you can. You have 2 Galleons, you still have 1, so you have to make another Galleon. Second turn Galleon, and then a faster Galleon, dot team. And if you ever do decide to go for a faster team, I think you have to be a Chiyu team if you have Chiyu. You do. Chiyu Zeros could work as well. Just an idea. I use it a lot. Oh, I used it a lot in doing a lot of these improvements. It works really well. You could rune it up so it goes well with the Tiana team too. It's just that obviously the Zeros will hit less on the Tiana team because you're sacrificing a lot of attack for speed. But that's just an idea. I think those will do better. I'll save these. Okay, let's go into RTA. So he didn't play his placements, so I'll be doing that for him after making the changes with his box. His best record was F3 with a 53% win rate with 215 games. Last season, it looks like he probably didn't play. 200 games and then he had the decay happened. I wonder why he stopped playing, but it looks like that's what he was doing for a couple seasons. Maybe he's a little too busy. I am not too sure. If you look at the box, he has a total of 28 units. I'm hoping that all of these are scaled up, or at least the major skills are, so that they are usable. Please note, the lower your level is, these skill ups mean even more. I guess that's a false statement, because the higher your level is, everybody that you meet will have fully skilled up units, so I guess you're losing even in rune quality plus the skill ups. So just get it skilled up, guys. Okay, I would advise you to max skill your Kapsu if you decide to use it, because this harmful effect rate, this stun chance, is pretty crucial. Now he has a total of 28 units. I think we're gonna be runing like 20-ish around there, maybe plus or minus 2. So Hagen looks like this on Despair Will. Veronica, Swift Broken. That's a pretty decent Veronica, but I don't think I'll be using that. I mean, it is fast, but anything with a 33 lead and a fast base speed unit will outspeed this, especially like Ethna, Escher. And even with the Water Monkey being so popular, I think it's hard to bring out if your first turn stripper or oppressor does not have fast base speed. The Bay, Valiant Will, Trinity, Swift Will, right? Yep. Vanessa not ruined. Miles not ruined. Leo, that's a lot of speed for Leo though. Valiant Destroy, Shahad not ruined. Kali, slow Kali with Leo? Rage Will. Minato, Vampire Will, Chandra, Despair Will, Megumi, Violent Revenge, Vermos, Violent Will, Vertihill, Triple Revenge, Juno, Despair Revenge. Yeah, that's a pretty slow Juno. Oliver not ruined, Wind Monkey not ruined, Harg not ruined. Okay, so everything down here are not ruined. So he was really using only, let's see from here, 6, 8, 13. So he was only using 15 units. Even less, because there are some units not ruined in the middle. So like 12 units. I guess that kind of explains the low win rate, 50%. I mean, yeah, I guess that he decayed, but before the decay, he only won 50% of the time. I think I will be ruining most of the speed leads, especially Vanessa, Chandra, Megumi, Oliver. I think those are still all definitely usable. I think we'll try to get something around like the Miles, the Shahat, the Satoru Gojo, Sierra, Fire Monkey. I think those are like some of the main things that we will ruin, so that we could get him a decent box that he could start with. I'm hoping that with the games that he figures out like a pretty set gameplay that he could carry out throughout the season, and then as he goes on, he could make some changes, or he could add units into the box where he finds out what he struggles against, and if he needs to make any changes. We're not going to use anything down here because they're all not scaled up, so that is why we didn't talk about them. Ooh, maybe this one. No, skill 2 needs to be scaled up. Okay, but I do think overall this account is in a good spot. It's definitely ready to get into C1 in my opinion. C2 might be questionable, seeing your rune quality, especially the min-maxing of things. So min-maxing of things and also the slots that are extremely lacking compared to the rest. So I would go back into farming regular dungeons, and then in the meantime doing your brands and gems might not be a bad idea.